Tesla community. Today we're going to be doing a Tesla Model 3 cabin air filter replacement. I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. It's very easy. You're going to need a TORX bit, T20, that's the size, and you're also going to need maybe a flathead to pop out some clips. You don't even need to use a flathead. You could even use your hands, or you could even use these safe trim tools that I got here too. So it's all up to you, whatever you feel more comfortable, but there's different options, of course. So the upgrade we're going to be doing, we're going with the HEPA air filter. The stock filter that Tesla gives you is only good for 2 years apparently, but then if you start getting a funky moldy smell from the AC coming out, then maybe it's best to replace the air filter. So this is the brand S-Technor, and I bought this at Amazon for about 40 bucks. So it comes with both filters too. I can show you. So pretty much the dark side, that's the carbon activated side, and then the front side, it's gonna be white. Rip this out real quick. So this is pretty much gonna be the front. This is gonna be the back of the filter and stuff like that. So I'll show you once we get there how it goes. Stay tuned. So there's gonna be 2 areas you're gonna be removing panels. So first step is down here. If you see, there's gonna be a pin there. There's one there. Should be a few more, another one there. Should be like 4 in total. So we just pop those out. And then after we get that out, we're gonna have to remove the side panel over here. So let's do one thing at a time. Nice and easy. So it's actually 3 pins. 1, 2, and 3. The locations were 1 there, 2, 3. That's the speaker. This is the light. You can disconnect it just so you can fully have it away from your axis, but it's not really necessary. I'm just gonna tuck it over to the side. Nice on the side, just like that. Didn't disconnect anything. Okay, so now we're gonna go get the side panel. There should just be little clips. I can start on this corner over here and simply pull it down. Just don't be afraid. You're not gonna break anything. As you notice, I'm not really using those trim tools. Slowly work your way down. Nice and easy. Don't have to do too much force. Just to show you real quick, those are all the clips that were attached. Simply, I'll just pull in it little by little. Nothing broke. Everything's still good. Now we can fully move this out of the way. So now this is what we got here. So what we have to remove to get to the filters. Okay, so now we get to the tricky part. So you got 2 options. You can remove this wire. This is the clip there. Follow it up just so you could be able to move it around. Or if you want to be like me and not have to disconnect wires and move things around too much, you can leave it there. Just got to work around it. And see this guy right there? Top corner. This guy right here. That's what we have to remove, that T20. So spacing could be kind of difficult. So make sure you have a tool that can be easy access to it. Okay, the way I'm gonna remove it, I'm using a ratchet with the long extension. You guys don't need to see me do this whole thing, so I'm just gonna stop the video here. Okay, I got the bolts out. T20. Let's just pop this out now. See, I didn't even have to disconnect it, and there you have it. Here goes your filters. I'm gonna tuck this to the side a little bit. Right there. Sorry, it's kind of hard to work and hold the camera at the same time, but I'm doing the best I can. Let me go ahead and pause the video real quick. As you can see here, there's 2. There's one down here Here's one up here. So let's take off the top one first. Should be tabs. I don't know why there's not a tab here. Oh, there we go. Got one out. Boom. And then the second one, slipped her up. There you go. Got a tab. There's a tab. It'll just flap down. This guy's at the shop. The Tesla did not install this to friendly for removal. Yeah, got it out. Just like that. Wow, look. They're barely a year old. Look how dirty they are. It's all the crap. That's why it smells really bad when you turn on the AC every now and then. Like mold. Look at the other one too. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. Good thing we're replacing them. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little bit of extra work. This is just like preventive maintenance, just to keep it nice and fresh and clean since it's already opened up. So you see this guy right here? We're gonna spray this inside. So inside here where the condenser's at. Oh, sorry, the camera quality is lacking right now. Oh, see how it's kind of dirty down there? Little leaves or whatever it's in there. That's what's causing the smell too. So I'm gonna use that spray to get that all cleaned up so it won't smell really bad. So you just pretty want to spray a lot of it in there. Don't be shy with it, even if you gotta use a whole bottle. And then after you do that, you're gonna put the cover back on. Just, you don't have to screw it back on, just slightly have the cover shut. Run the AC about like 10-15 minutes. Maybe take a little water break or food break, and then after that we install the filters. I got a money shot camera angle right here. Yeah. This thing dries up pretty quick, so don't be afraid to get it wet in there. Okay. Cover installed without putting the bolt in, because this is just to run the AC. Just put it on low for about 15 minutes, like I mentioned earlier. And after we install the filters, then we can, put everything together how it's supposed to go with the bolt and everything. So I would suggest just putting it on. Yeah, 6 is too high. Probably do like number 2. Wow, I could already smell the nice spearmint smell. Doesn't even smell bad anymore. That's without even the filter, just with that little spray I just did. Another thing you want to do is, if you haven't done it already, so go to the front. Just pop out this panel real quick. Then inside here, you'll get leaves in there trapped inside, so you want to clean all that out. Or unless you already have the upgrade like what I did, you put this little cover in here to prevent leaves from going in there, and I already have a filter down there too. So you might want to check that out before you install the new stuff in there too. Get it all cleaned up. Okay, so it's been definitely about 15 minutes now, so it should be nice and dry in there already. And wow, I can't get over the smell just by the amazing smell this little vent cleaner just did. So even once we put the filters, that's gonna prevent all the contaminants you're gonna be breathing, well, all the stuff you don't want to breathe. Go ahead and put these guys back on without the screw. Now I'm gonna take it off. Make sure the AC is off too. So I got this out. Let's move it out of the way. And then, so as I mentioned earlier, this is the back and this is the front. So you want this facing towards the front of the car, so you install it this way. Okay, this is the black section is going to be facing towards you, and if you can see that, it's all the little charcoal inside there too. Okay, and here's your tab on this corner. Make sure that's sticking out. And I'm gonna put the camera down for a sec. Okay, so we got one filter in there, so simply just, you got to use that little, you gotta have to move this to the far out and just finesse it in. And then obviously you have a line of hand. Make sure this tab is facing out. Once you push it in, it should drop in. You might have to put your hand in there and try to help it out a little bit, but just make sure this is really important for this tab to be facing out. Okay, now we're gonna put the last one in. One thing to note, see these guys right here? They might get in the way, so just kind of like angle it. You just gotta play with it. It's not very hard to do. And once you get in there, you should just slide it in just like that. Boom. So you got the tab right there sticking out. Bam. Just like that. So now the next step is I'm just gonna put the cover, this guy on. And this goes on top for the screw. It's the bottom section. So make sure you do everything correctly. It's kind of idiot proof though, actually. Gotta put the camera down for a sec. Make sure when you do this, see that little groove down there? My finger's pointing at. Make sure you get that on there first. Boom. Once it sits in there, you can hear it kind of click. Sorry. It's kind of hard to record and do it at the same time. And then the top is obviously where the screw goes. I'll get you a better view in a sec. The way I'm doing it, I'm using an extension and with the ratchet. I mean, right now I don't have the ratchet attached, but first the best way is get it started by hand. And then once you got it started by hand, then obviously get your tool and just drive her in. If you're worried about if you're not fully seated, and all that stuff, the placement, you would know, because if you look down here, it's seated all the way, and then she's screwed in just fine. Should be able to feel it too. While putting everything back together, we already got the bolt in there, the T20 on top. It's already done. So we already got the filters installed. Now we're gonna put the side panel on. It's gonna be clips, so something very special here. Let's get it in there. Kind of line it up. To start at corners. Click. Click. Sorry, my phone kind of cut off because my battery's going low. So literally just started from the corners, worked my way up, and then after that, once I felt like it was all seated in place, just kind of smacked it in. You know, like I mentioned earlier, don't be afraid. You won't break them. And then yeah, this is on. Last but not least, we're gonna install this last guy back on. So one thing you gotta pay attention is, see this guy right here? And you see up there? So you gotta make sure that goes in there, so it could be easy to install. If not, you're gonna struggle trying to get it to fit up properly. Okay. So let me see, and the beauty of this, we didn't disconnect any wiring because we are professionals over here. Alright, so I'm gonna put the camera down for a sec. After you slide it in that little groove I showed you earlier, it should go in nice and smooth. And then just make sure you line her up. Okay, there's a little guy there. Pop that in place. Got one section in. And then this is this part where those clips we removed earlier, I'm gonna put them on. There's 3 of these. One down here. Bingo, that's on there. Let's get the other guy in there. That's in there. Last but not least, boom, just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Wait, I feel like there's... So I just realized Tesla was lacking on one of these pins. There's one that's supposed to be there, but it wasn't on there. I looked back in my video to see if I did remove 4 or 3. And it turns out I had only removed 3, which was this guy there, 1, 2, and then the one that goes in here, 3. So yeah, so I thought I had lost a piece, but I double checked, I looked at my video, I took it apart to see maybe it got stuck in there, but nope. So they really did sell me the car with a missing push pin. I mean, no big deal, still holding together, but one thing you want to look at your car, so actually it should have 4. Like I mentioned, get this guy right here. You get this at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, any little auto parts place, Walmart, online, Amazon. These are like about 8 to 10 bucks. This is to clean the inside of where the condenser's at, where the filters are at. Make sure you get that all cleaned up. Might as well do it because you're already gonna be down there anyways. All right, you guys, so that pretty much sums it up for today's video. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. Like I mentioned before, you get these filters from Amazon for 40 bucks. If you buy them original from Tesla, it's gonna cost you 35. So it's definitely worth the extra $5 investment. You don't have to bring out all the unnecessary contaminants, and these last a lot longer. Well, 3 years compared to 2 years, but obviously if it starts getting pretty funky with the moldy smell, then maybe it's time to replace those filters. All right, so until next time, I know I'm driving, but that's why we got the autopilot system. See you later, Tesla fams.